Okay, welcome to another MTG video. Not going to stream today, I'm just going to record some playing. I think that's going to be best for me today. I've been playing some Brawl. Let's go back and reset this. Try and get 750, we didn't, but casting white or blue spells, we can do that in Sithis. So we're just going to go for gold. Going to see if we can get our 750 for the day and keep racking up. I have spent tens of thousands of gold in the past few days because I was down to one rare wild card. Now I'm at 12, and I've just been racking my brain trying to figure out how am I going to get these fetch lands, how am I going to get more shock lands for the timeless format, how am I going to get these staple cards that I need, since I'm not aware of being able to trade in common and uncommon cards for other rarity wild cards. I've just been cracking packs. Every 6 that you open will get you a rare wild card. So we're 5 packs away from our next rare wild card. We're 2 packs away from an uncommon. And then I managed to crack, I think, 1 or 2 rare wild cards in some of those packs that I opened. We did get really fortunate and find 3 fetch lands. We've got 2 flooded strands and 1 polluted delta, I believe. So those are 3 that we're not going to have to craft. But ideally, I'm going to need probably 2 or 3 sets of fetches and 2 or 3 sets of shocks. So, and that doesn't include any other rares that I may need for whichever timeless deck I decide to make, which is really the format I'd like to be involved in. Something higher powered, a little faster, kind of like a no-nonsense format. And to be clear, like, I don't think combos are nonsense. If you can win with a combo in that format, then more power to you. It's part of the meta. But I would just like to be able to have a deck using the cards that I have, using the 3 fetches, plus some more. I've got 3 Bowmasters that I just got really fortunate and cracked throughout the time that Lord of the Rings was in. And didn't have to craft any of them. And so there are other cards that I have that are really good in the format that luckily I have a few of that we can use. But really it's just like earn gold, crack packs, get up to maybe like 20 wild cards, craft the lands, craft some of the mythics we need like Oko, and start to go to town and timeless. So that's the plan for now. We're just kind of farming. We're just gonna keep playing some fun formats like Brawl and get our gold and open packs and get our wild cards until we can make a timeless deck, something that we can play that isn't going to cycle out or rotate out, ideally. As of yet, the format has not been solved, so there are some really cool, really fun decks that seem to be doing really well, and I'm excited that, you know, there's a Necropotence Tendrils of Agony deck, and there's just a general varying tribe good stuff decks, and there's an Omnath deck, so we're going to keep this, I think. We've got a dual land is always great. We've got our colors fixed. We've got some cheap enchantments to play. We have a tutor. It's a great hand. It's a really good hand. So, against an Atraxa, I guess it doesn't matter. We'll go Plains first. Turn to Sunpetal Grove. I'm not going to play these cheap enchantments until we can get Sithis on board. Very likely they're holding up a counterspell. Man, and a command tower. What a ball and drop. I almost never play Sithis turn 2. It just doesn't really make sense to do that. But I will probably Moonblessed Cleric or Destiny Spinner. So we're just going to play turn 3. This is our tutor. They should counter this. They don't. Okay. We don't care if it dies. It's just going to search us for... Look at this. Oh, well, our hand is about to go away here. We'll pull up the Hallowed Haunting has been more impressive to me than Sigil. The one less mana really matters, and giving everything else flying too is a big deal. Flying and vigilance. So they're at 4 mana, they've literally done nothing, and they finally played a Solemn Simulacrum. We may lose because we didn't really have fast turns either, but what we have is infinite mana combo already in hand, and infinite card draw with Sithis. So, well, 90 card draw, 89 card draw. But I think we just go... I mean, I can't imagine they're going to Pact of Negation what we play. So I feel like it's probably Hallowed Haunting, and the next turn maybe like Destiny Spinner Sithis. So we've got so many... could be wrong. Nope, okay, well if they had it, they're not going to use it. We're not going to block or attack the end of the Solemn, rather. They're literally just like... We've done nothing, so they're just going to get the hard cast Atraxa. It feels pretty bad. But what's great is if, like, they're just searching for lands here, so we're going to actually get to cast a couple of enchantments and start to create more creatures with the Hallowed Haunting, and then if we can just get in, we don't really care about Atraxa, we can always hold it for ransom. It's going to be nice and easy for us. So we do want Destiny Spinner on board so we can Gauntlets, and we want Sithis so we can draw, so... Oh, I'm confused. Destiny Spinner and Gauntlets is not a combo. I was thinking of Sanctum Weaver. That changes things, but we are still going to play Sithis here. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I know whose go it is. Don't be that person. Don't be that person who, because I took 5 seconds to determine what I was going to do, says your go. Whenever they've done nothing but play lands. This is a PSA. This is a public service net. Don't be that person. So I think we probably actually are going to play... Yeah, I mean, I think Destiny Spinner is important against the blue deck. Let's go ahead and get this out, create another token. We're still going to draw another card. I'm still confused what they're holding up. Like, it's got to be Pact of Negation, right? But they didn't counter Sithis. They didn't counter our Hallowed Haunting. We're going to play the Village, and then next turn our other land will come in untapped. We can technically just block the Primeval Titan here. Be surprised if they didn't play Atraxa. Oh. Okay. So we choose what goes back in the library, and they get to cast the other two without paying their mana value. Woof. They get to cast the other two. How much do we care about Vorinclex? How much do we care about... I mean, Omniscience is certainly not great. They got 3 cards in hand. I don't care as much about Time Warp. I really don't want them to play Vorinclex, though. But having Omniscience on board just seems terrible. Then they could just counter everything. This is pretty rough, actually. I guess I'm going to give them the Time Warp and the Vorinclex. I can't let everything else that they're going to cast be free. That just seems like a terrible play. Then they could just counter stuff without paying any mana. That's awful for us. So they've got 4 mana, and they have an extra turn. And they're just going to play a Bowmasters. It's an interesting time to play a Bowmasters. Surprised they're attacking with Primeval Titan, but I also get it. We're gonna take the 6 here. And then maybe they'll attack with Vorinclex and we can block that. I would throw probably everything but Sithis at the Vorinclex. I don't really care about these other two things. So this is their extra turn. Traxa, I mean that's pretty much expected. And they have a Time Raveler, a Farewell, which I can't imagine they use, Wrath of God, Kaya. Luckily this is mono-colored permanent, so that's not going to get rid of Sithis. But they could get rid of Hallowed Haunting for sure. I feel like I played this same deck yesterday. Traxa was the commander, a lot of these same cards. They had Kaya in it, they had... I didn't see Vorinclex, thank God, but it's kind of just like 4-color good stuff. How hard is this decision really? Yeah, okay. And now we hope... Oh, and they're gonna Psych Rift our Sithis, and then we hope they attack with Vorinclex here. Actually, I mean, that would be amazing. Then we don't have to deal with that. Great! Well, I say great. They have one card in hand we don't know about, so... It's very possible this isn't great, but it also makes sense for them to swing this way. Because it's almost lethal. We don't care about any of this stuff right now, I would say. What we do care about is our lands untapping if we survive this turn, so... Getting rid of Vorinclex was nice. I don't know if they... I mean, they did what they did. I don't know if I would have attacked with it, knowing how crippling it is. Play the free farmland. This is kind of a tough call. I mean, we can ransom the Atraxa. And we can just draw a bunch of cards. Kaya can't exile anything. They're going to have to put a ghost form counter on something, so... We could basically force them to use Farewell here. That seems pretty good to me. So we can play Sithis. They are going to Pact of Negation. Okay. Well, then we will just bring it back here, and then we will hold for ransom the Atraxa. I would rather they Pact of Negation the Sithis. That makes a lot more sense for us. And we're going to hold these things, because... Maybe we don't play Sithis next turn, we do the Presence and 2 cheap cards. Although, I guess we're dead, aren't we? Yeah, we're just dead on board. It's really unfortunate. I mean, countering Sithis was good. Let's see if they pay for the Pact. Always give your opponent the opportunity to make a mistake. That's part of the game. They have Farewell, Land, Planeswalker. We're not in the worst shape. If we hadn't taken as much damage up to this point, I would still feel like we're okay with the amount of card draw that we have available to us. But they had some good removal, and I assume that Pact has been in their hand like the whole time, because the game was pausing for them like they had interaction whenever all their lands were tapped, so... But for some reason, they didn't want to use it earlier when it seemed like it was more relevant. Not my call to make. Okay, against Asika, so I had to learn the hard way that this deck really wants me to kill the enchantment very quickly. They go first, but we've got draw, extra land. Like, this is 2 lands in 1 turn. We could use another land. But Skrelv's Hive is nice because they'll either have to take care of it or start worrying about poison. And we have card draw, and we have removal, and we have tutor / enchantment protection. We're going to keep it. The prismatic bridge, we want to just kill that thing as soon as we get the chance to do. So this is easy. Turn 1 Kami. Put that plains onto the battlefield. So 2 lands, turn 1. Feels pretty good. We need to draw another one. And if we don't, then it's either going to be Spirited Companion or Skrelv's Hive. It might be either one of those things anyway. Yeah. We're going to Skrelv's to put the pressure on, but we're going to attack first. Totally could have had Spell Pierce there, but I would be surprised in a 100-card singleton format if they did. Wow, they've got lands here, that's for sure. See, they had to take care of it. No joke. Get some damage in. What we want to do is make sure that we have removal for their enchantment. Land tax is a great draw for us, actually. We still need a land, but they're likely to play one here. So even if we do draw one, we'll be able to take advantage of it. They're going to cultivate. And then now we just really need removal for the bridge, or we're going to be in a lot of trouble really quick. And it's going to take 1 turn to get land tax online, so we're behind here. We're certainly behind here. We're just going to keep hitting for damage while we can. That was pretty brutal. Swing for 3. Every point matters. Let's, yeah, we can't hold up swords, so we're just going to Fang of Shigeki. And we're going to land tax, and then at least we get to draw some lands next turn, guaranteed. Narset. That's a great card against us, although if they use it, we can kill it. Definitely taking advantage of land tax. We have a lot more white cards in here, so I tend to go 1 forest, 2 plains when I use the land tax. And we drew another, that's great. Okay, let's play the plains that they know about. We're not going to play Sithis yet, we're just too far behind here. I mean, it's probably like Sterling Grove, hold up the swords to plowshares. We're definitely just going to attack the Narset here. Our hope is that they don't have a wheel, because we can't really do anything about that. But let's Sterling Grove, and then we're going to hold up swords. I don't think they're going to have creatures. Every time I've played against this deck, it tends to be Planeswalker Tribal. So there's the bridge. Do we tutor for an enchantment is the question. Let's let the land tax trigger. We'll find our lands again. Plains, forest, plains. This also thins out the deck. Like, we don't need... Usually don't need too many lands here. Village is a great draw because we can just reveal this forest they already know about. Really need the bridge to die. Let's just see if we can get in at Narset and get in here. I'm attacking with 2 just in case they have like any way to remove one of the creatures, and then I feel like it's going to be... this is a tough call. I mean, probably just play the Dryad, but like I really want to start drawing cards with Sithis here. Maybe we just force them to remove her. We can draw now, so let's play the excavation. Reprobation is great. It works on the creatures. In the turn, we'll get rid of forest. No, we'll get rid of the 2 forests they know about, and 1 of the plains they know about. Ooh, God, that's gross. We can easily exile 2 cards from our hand. They get to play our Deafening Silence. That's actually fine. That probably hurts them more than it hurts us. I don't know if that was the best play for them, but who am I to say? They're the ones that are about to start running away with this game. Good old land tax, because we can just exile 2 lands and really not care too much about it. So 7 damage to opponent, creature or planeswalker. We can do 5, so we could get Nicol Bolas down, but we really just need to get rid of the bridge. Like, that's what's going to help us the most. Yeah, because now this is the problem. We needed a Boseiju or something else to help us get rid of the bridge. We need probably 2 forms of removal, I would imagine. Or else they are likely holding up some form of counterspell, if I had to guess. So, we got plenty of white mana. We'll probably exile both planes from our hand if they use that Nicol Bolas ability. 1 with the Multiverse. They get to cast 1 spell from the top of their library or hand for free. So, why not Omniscience? Or are they running both? So I wonder if they must have bricked, because now they're going to play our Enchantress's Presence. That's pretty good for them. They've got enchantments in that deck. I would cast that. Okay, so what are we looking for? Shamil, the Inner Sun, can't be countered. Beginning of your end step, discover 5. That's kind of brutal. They're not playing creatures, so our Swords to Plowshares is just kind of useless. Mothering Tithe. That's a card I'd like to add to my collection for these Commander games. Whenever I get a chance to. So land tax is going to trigger. We are just going to find more lands. And then before we draw, I'm muting this person in case they're rude. See what we can do to get rid of their bridge, because if they have to play it again, that just slows them down 1 turn. So destroy evil, well, we have to search for enchantment. So what kind of enchantment do we have that can get rid of the bridge? We can shut down planeswalkers with some of our things. That's for creatures. I'm like searching through my deck right now. I don't think it shows up on the screen. I guess it's got to be either Seal from Existence or Borrowed Time. So I guess we will get Seal. So we'll activate the Sterling Grove. This is not going to really... I mean, we're really far behind at this point. Grab the Seal. We'll draw our card. We're not going to pay 2. They can have their treasure token. We'll play another Plains. This is for creatures, so it doesn't help us too much here. We're just going to seal away their bridge. Resolve. Combat. You know, I mean, what is this gonna do? Exile each non-land permanent your opponent controls. So I guess we need to hit Nicol Bolas for 2. Just to keep them from proliferating, and then it's really all that's our whole turn. Not a lot happened there. Let's get rid of these 2 forests and that plains that they know about. So they have to recast the bridge, which is nice, and that's 7 mana now. I mean, unless they can proliferate again, they can't ultimate Nicol Bolas, which is really what we're trying most to avoid. You know, I think I could have tutored for Ancestral Mask, and we could have just won the game. Actually. Because we could have hit them for 2, 6, 8... Yeah, I mean, that's funny. I guess maybe I was thinking that Seal from Existence might not even resolve, but we could have tutored for Ancestral Mask and then just equipped it to whatever we wanted, and we would have won there if they didn't actually have a counterspell. Take action. And it doesn't seem like they've got a very good hand, because their plays seem really weak, like feeding the swarm on Sithis, getting lost on our meticulous excavation, which we still need 2 more pieces of interaction to even deal with. Okay, this is pretty brutal, though. They're literally going to Armageddon us right now. So we'll just go ahead and... Oh, only as a sorcery? That's a terrible card. Okie dokie then. Let's resolve that. They haven't used Nicol Bolas or Vraska yet. So they will get to return lands first. Oh, and they didn't proliferate Vraska either. We can probably get rid of our Reprobate. As much as I want to keep it, they're very clearly Planeswalker tribal. And I'm honestly still upset that we didn't just win last time. They got our Hollowed Haunting. They're playing our deck better than us, although they're only at 9. So if we can find a way, I guess we can't draw the Ancestral Mask. How do we win here? Kaya's gonna make it tough.
I was expecting a more impressive enemy.
They're gonna gain some life, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, okay. Well, for some reason I played it safe instead of just winning the game. If we would have tutored for Ancestral Mask, we would have just won. Because they're doing a whole lot of nothing over there. It's all removal central, but how many counter spells have we seen in this deck? 0 so far. Let's play the Crossroads. This is going to let us scribe. Hydra. I mean, we could keep them from ultimating Nicol Bolas for a turn. This is kind of a weird weak game now. They've got our good enchantments. Oh, good. We get to choose now. That's actually really nice. Let's bring back... Have we not played any of our dual lands this game? I guess not. Well, let's bring back Forest and Plains. That's great. Now we have Swords to Plowshares if we need it. There's so many enchantments on the battlefield that Ancestral Mask would still win us the game if we can keep a creature and draw it. Okay, they got a Moonblessed Cleric. It's probably pretty good for them if they have another enchantment to play. I will be so happy if we actually end up winning this game after they've done nothing but just stroke themselves for however many turns. Like, this is a lot of roundabout doing nothing. Doubling season! You don't need doubling season! Win the game already! What are you doing? You don't need it! Gain some life. Let's try Ancestral Mask. Be done with it. Oh, they're casting it for free. Okay. They get to create a 1/1, so I guess we can't win right now, because we need to be able to clear their board. Man, this is so close. It really is. They don't know it, but this is so close. Now it's less close. They're going to discover 5. Are they going to Day of Judgment? I guess they could choose to put it in hand. Okay, let's Swords the 3/2. They can keep their token. We will go to draw. Okay, let's think about this. We can reveal a land with Shigeki if it was there. We literally need Ancestral Mask. Put it on our token, and then reprobate. Oh, no, we can't. We would have to... Damn it. No, we would need this to be a pacifism so they couldn't block. Alright, let's just see what we get. Archivist, we're not going to pay. Have your treasure. What does this do? Doesn't have an ultimate. Vraska's really far away from her ultimate. I mean, maybe we can just survive another turn. We really don't mind losing a lot of the stuff that we have. In terms of, like, if they get rid of land tax, it's fine. If they get rid of Seal of Existence, it's fine. Like, if they ultimate Nicol Bolas, they've already destroyed everybody's lands. We don't lose a lot here. I'm gonna play the planes they know about. I'm gonna play this Archivist. And then we're gonna draw a card by also playing Shigeki, tapping this for green. I'm not gonna play the Dryad because I value it more and I'd rather keep it. And then we'll go ahead and use this sorcery style on the Archivist to explore, and we'll put that land into hand. So it's funny that we have more lands than them. They certainly have the mana with the Smothering Tide, though. This has really turned into a game that was much longer than I thought it would be. Let's play the dual land and another forest for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Decline. They can come in tapped. We don't need them to do otherwise. So we exile all of our non-lands. Yep, I was going to say they should use Vraska first. Day of Judgment would be a waste of mana here. We don't lose a lot, again, so it's like it's really not the worst. Don't be this person, by the way. Don't be this person. who has just done nothing this whole game and wouldn't have even had any creatures if it weren't for our enchantments. Like, develop a plan other than put planeswalkers on the board and play Magic for 45 minutes. Be better than that. But we'll play. We'll play to our outs, and if we win, then it's just because we played the better game, and if we don't, yeah, it just is what it is. Not paying, you can have your treasures, you've already got enough mana. We'll play the planes they know about. So, what does this do? Return artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. We wouldn't care if they sent Sithis back to our hand. They can instant speed removal here, but we would like to draw some cards. So we are going to cast Sithis. And we are going to probably Ranger class to put a creature on the board, and then we can also Vessel of Nascency. And if they don't board wipe here, then we get to draw another card. And they didn't, so we'll go ahead and draw another card. At this point, like, one more, two more treasures, whatever, it doesn't really matter. For them anyway, so... Yeah, I mean, obviously we assumed that would happen. We'll send it back to command zone. At this point, like, I'm just tired of playing a game where the other deck doesn't plan on winning. I think you can certainly make the plan to win a game with Vraska or with Nicol Bolas, but they're not playing in the way that they planned to do that. Because they dropped Nicol Bolas when we could attack into it. They dropped Narset when we could attack into it. And they're just continuing to do a whole lot of, like, they're just playing cards. It's just solitaire, and every now and then they wipe our board, and then they play more of their cards. So because of that, like, I might just concede this game. It's been over 30 minutes, and we're still at 20 life, even though they've got 4 planeswalkers and a scroll bar worth of enchantments and artifacts. Like, they finally have creatures on board now, but I'm just kind of tired of this. Like, so yeah, we're just gonna leave. They're doing a whole lot of nothing. So we'll go ahead and play another game. Just make this a long video. I was hoping we could win. That way we could get our 250 gold. We'll just play another one. Sithis does need some better cards, but there are cards I need wild cards for that I'm saving for the timeless format specifically. So this isn't bad. I wish we could play the Pilgrim, but we've got Skrell's Hive, Planar Disruption. I mean, they go first. Yeah, we're just gonna keep this. God, you know, we can't keep this. We have to have green for Sithis. Yeah, we can't. We're gonna have to. They're figuring out if they want to mulligan. We're gonna have to do the same. I love this hand. Man, I really like this hand. Alright, we're gonna mulligan because we need at least one of each color. This is better. And then I think we can... Oh, we don't have to send anything back. Yay, Commander. Yay, Brawl. Okay, Island go. We will play... Plains. Hold up swords? No, we'll just crossroads, I guess. Crossroads for green. We won't scry, we're just gonna untap, play Shigeki. I imagine they have a lot of flyers in their connive deck, so I don't think it matters too much, but just getting something on the board turn 1 feels good, and Michiko's, we can start pulling away if we can play this turn 3 or 4 on our Death Toucher and force the blocks. We can really get a bunch of damage in pretty quickly if they don't block. Or we can just force them to block, which would be even better against Rafine. Alright. I took my time, so now they're taking their time. Wow, tapped Agadim. Okay, they've got blue-black. We play white. This is kind of tough because we really need a land. We don't want to play Sithis into nothing. I think we play Michiko's here. Buff up the Shigeki. Just swing for 3. The more enchantments we play when Michiko's Reign of Truth flips over, we just end up with a 5-5 or a 6-6 that eventually they have to deal with. And now we're going to get to attack into Rafine, which feels pretty good. So let's play the... What is this, Ward 1? That's amazing. Swords, Plowshares, that thing. We'll pay the 1. Really surprised they played it that way. We'll swing for 3. We're still hoping for a land drop, so we're not really out of this yet, but we've slowed them down. I feel a concession coming. Usually if somebody plays Commander and gets it removed right away, they concede. Oh, that's kind of cool. Alright. Goodness gracious. You know, I mean, maybe we just play Sithis here. I don't know. We can at least land tax into something else, so I'm not going to play Sithis here. We will swing for 1, though. I think every point of damage matters. So definitely land taxing. Then we can Sithis into a Paladin class. And if Sithis dies, we still have Ossification, Rite of Harmony, Shigeki. So we have ways to draw. They're going to kill our Michiko. They're going to kill our land tax? Surprised they played Otawara. It's a good sign for us, but it is surprising. Oh, Banishing Light. Going to exile our land tax. Okay, got it. Well, that actually mattered. God, this is terrible. This is really, really bad for us. Go to combat. Get some damage in. I think we play Sithis because if they just want to spend their turn casting their commander, then at least we have a chance to draw some cards next turn. And if not, we ossify, we Shigeki, we just do something else. Scarab God. That's a great target. Let's get rid of that thing. I'm so surprised they keep slamming these creatures without any backup, but I'm really happy they're doing it. Let's get some damage in. Also, like, there's nothing to Scarab God, so very... Is there? No, there's nothing to Scarab God, so it's kind of a weird play. Not kind of. To me, it looked like a weird play. Maybe they had something else in mind, but certainly strange to me. Oh my god, a land! Look out. Okay, this is... 1, 2. They've got a lot of. This is where we just go for it. We put the mask on the Death Toucher, and we just start swinging big here. And now they have to block unless they want to take 11. Still feel like the way they're playing, they're going to concede. They just keep tapping out every turn, and that doesn't seem like what this kind of deck wants to do. And if they have to block with their commander to not die in 2 turns, I don't feel like they're going to want to play anymore. Because they're going to need removal, which means they can't play their commander again, at least for 1 more turn. Okay. So they have removal, or they're hoping to connive into removal, or they're going to tutor for removal. Man, solve the equation. I need to make sure I've got that card. That's why I like playing against a whole bunch of other decks. Okay, they're going to return Shigeki. They should. Don't return the mask. Do not return the mask. Okay, good. So they had removal. Not like I'm on their side, but you know, I like to play a good game. They get to connive. But they're all the way down to 5 life. So, I mean, we've done a pretty good job of getting them down. What can we do here that's most impactful? Paladin class would be really nice, actually. Shigeki is just an easy draw. Like, this is going to draw us a card. Let's start with this. Okay, land. Paladin class. Did we already play land this turn? We did. So, Paladin class is going to shut them down on our turn. Kind of. And then I guess we just play Shigeki. Keep guard. I'm willing to swing with this here and force the block. Force the block and or force them to have a way to deal with it. Because now they're at 4. That's pretty dangerous. They've got a lot of mana. It's not over. But I don't think they're going to find anything in our hand that's... oh, they're just going to return... Oh, Toxrill! Wow! God, I love Toxrill. What a great card. Such a good card. This says you connive X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. To have a creature connive X, draw X cards, then discard X cards. But last turn they only attacked with Rafine and they drew 2. And this turn they only attacked with 2 creatures and they drew 3. I think this is broken. I don't think that that's working correctly because they shouldn't be able to draw that many cards based on what this is saying that connive is. What else have they thrown away that we need to know about? Okay. We're so close. We can't wedding announcement because that's just going to feed Toxrill. A lot of our stuff is just going to feed Toxrill. I almost just want to Restoration. Gosh, this is tough for us. So if we play Forest, we can Rite of Harmony. Restoration of Iganjo, and we can draw 2 cards. And we can find a plains. So we've got plenty of lands. Now we just need to figure out what we're going to do about Toxrill. We are going to get to kill Sithis. We're just going to let it go to the graveyard for now. Discard the plains that they know about. I know they have Scarab God. Potentially. Wow, they... Oh, they can copy Toxrill, but it's not legendary. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Maybe this is why they didn't concede. They knew that they had an out. It was just going to take them this long to get to it. Wow. Kudos. I mean, we're just now about to get down below 25, but kudos. Really would have liked to have won this game. We do have board wipe in here. One of them, 2 of them maybe. So it's still very possible we just get to, like, wreck them, but we have to draw it. We need to vanquish the horde. Specifically. They've got 2 mana up, so they could even have a counter spell for it. Can't play Wedding Announcement with double Toxrill. I guess the good news is, like, their spells are going to cost 1 more on our turn, so Paladin class is really helping us out here. They're going to return our restoration. Okay. So we don't get Sithis back. That matters. I mean, we're dead on board because we can't draw anything. So, yeah, I mean, I'm starting to play better decks. With this Sithis deck, it used to be that everybody saw Sithis and they just conceded, but now people are able to beat me, so I think I need to start refining again and get rid of some of these cards that are still like filler. Still haven't won a game. Alright, let's open this pack so we can get closer to our rare wild card. And then I would just rather have a rare wild card, honestly. So, but we get the Paleontologist, which is also good. It's really good in Dinos. I would put that into my Atali deck, as a matter of fact. Go to the store to see what's going on today. Okay, Secret Lair lands are in the store today. Secret Lair sleeves. Mycosynth sleeves. I like those with a Memnarch in the background. That's kind of cool. What else do we have here? We've got gift wrapped sleeves, wormhole sleeves, bunch of card styles, which I don't ever care about. They're cool, but like I'm not a fan of purely aesthetic things. I need them to be functional. Something I'll something I'll never do is spend $10 on 4 digital cards, but good to know it's an option. I'd rather just play games and open packs. So, what do we got in here? Quintorius is 400 gems. Killian, Rutha, Dina, and Zamone. I really don't feel like I need any of these. I don't play any of that stuff. What we do need is to just win a game so that we can buy some packs and get closer to our rare wild cards. So let's at least do that, and then crack some packs, and then it'll be the end of this video. So let's just play Gix Brawl and see if this is going to be... See if we can win, basically. See if we can win. I have not updated these decks with any of the Ixalan cards. I haven't updated these decks with any of the Khans cards, although really, like, it's just fetch lands from Khans. There's too many multicolored things in there. Treasure Cruise, I guess, is one, but I don't play a lot of heavy blue decks right now, so pretty good. Turn 1 Candy Trail, turn 2 Night, and we get to make sure we get our 3rd land drop to swing in. We will keep that against Halana, and we have removal with the invasion on turn 4, so let's just scry, make sure we get our 3rd land drop. As much as I love these cards, we need lands here, and we have an Obliterator, so really glad we had Candy Trail, because drawing both of those would have been pretty brutal, not being able to play our 3rd land. Okay, an 8 Forest into... Kind of felt like it was going to be a ramp card, but I guess that still kind of counts. We're going to play the Knight, because if we do draw a land, we can play Gix. And if we don't, then we just get to use Candy Trail and then play Dockside Ship, and I guess that's okay. Okay, and we do get Gix here. This is exactly what we wanted, so now we get to at least draw a card. And the Menace on the Knight is going to help us a lot, and that is great. Now we have removal and Obliterator. We're in great shape. We're in great shape. It worked out. The Scry and the draw did it for us. Okay, they can swing for 3. Yep, we don't care. So we're going to swing and draw some cards. And then we will go ahead and probably pass and then play the invasion. I think that sounds like a good play. We'll just go ahead and flash in the invasion in response. Get rid of that. It has to be another creature with Halana and Alina, so... And now's a great time to invoke Despair. This has turned out really well for us. We're not going to get to draw from Gix, but we can flip the invasion, which is really nice. And then we can just start making zombies. We don't have anything else to do, so... Very possible they have a burn down the house. Very possible they have some other red removal. A lot of enchantment removal in red and green. I was going to say, I guess more artifact in red, but between the two colors, felt like they might be able to get rid of it. Not what we wanted, but it is what it is. We're just going to keep running them down. This is it. So we'll have them sack a creature, and we'll put some counters on Gix. And then we're just going to swing in and draw a bunch of cards. That's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. This deck is pretty straightforward. Keep the board clear, play a creature by at least turn 1 or 2, play Gix on turn 3, start taking advantage of extra card draw, and that's it. Wow, we need 25 more gold, so I guess we're going to play one more game. And then I'm going to spend all of my gold and buy a few packs. And see what we get. Well, we might lose this game. Kaya is a hard one for us. because it's just removal central. Like that's all they do is just board wipes and then they play Kaya. It's a slow burn. I personally hate it, but we will see. If we win, I would be happy with it, so we'll give it a chance. This hand, though, it's not the worst. You know what? We are going to keep it. It'd be nice to have Soren on the battlefield. I don't know how easily they're going to be able to get rid of him. That seems like a big deal for us. Which land are you going to play? Go ahead and mute the opponent. Ooh, Liliana, that's actually really nice. So we have good removal. I can't imagine they're going to play too many creatures in this deck. They usually don't. But if we can Lily and then just start, like, making them discard their hand, I would be really happy with that. Because we only need one land for Soren, one land for Sheoldred. Let's go ahead and Lily. We'll get rid of our March, I think, because we can't target Kaya with it anyway. And then we're just going to hope to, like, drain their hand with Lily, get Soren out, take advantage of extra cards. If we can get Sheoldred out and they can't remove it, we're in really good shape. We'll go ahead and Lily again. We'll throw a land away. I think that's fine. They got rid of a breach. We'll just go ahead and play Sheoldred and force their hand a little bit here. Have to play as aggressively as we can because as soon as Kaya hits the board, it's basically just game over for us. So we get to gain some life. This is a tough one. So let's duress them, see what they've even got. They have their own Sheoldred and a Cathar Commando. Let's play Soul Transfer on the Liesa. Let's Lily to have them sack a creature, I think. And then we'll swing for 4. Trigger goes on the stack even if they draw removal. They have their own Sheoldred, and then what we get to do is before we draw, we can flash in the Invasion of Innistrad. Kill Sheoldred with it. Draw a card. Just go ahead and have everybody discard. We'll get rid of a swamp here so we can still play Soren. And then we are going to swing in. We'll swing in at them. No, let's swing in at the invasion. Man, if we could actually flip this invasion, it would feel pretty good. So, and if we can keep their hand minimal, and they can't play Kaya. Okay, they're going for Lily.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
We are going to... Let's play Soren here. But we're going to attack the invasion first. Are they going to sack a land? Please sack your land. Yes! Lose that life. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. And then we have to play Soren here, I think. We just got to keep the pressure on. Let's go ahead and let's create a vampire. We'll block their tokens with our tokens if we need to. Let's put the pressure on. Lose that life. Still one away from Kaya. There it is. There's the board wipe. Oh. Oh. Oh, they just created some mites. Okay, well, I guess that works too. We'll gain some life. We'll look at their hand, see if we can get rid of anything. They have 2 lands, and then we can get rid of, I guess Cathar Commando. Let's draw a card with Soren. Yep, we'll take the pylon. Play land. They can't block Shieldred. So we should swing with Shieldred and the Flyer. I mean, they can't block it with the mites, is what I mean. So have we muted them? Good, we've muted them. So the question is, do we play Gix? If we play Gix, we can still pile on, but we can't play the, we can't use the token creator, so we will play Gix. Swing here, swing here. We'll leave up the zombies as blockers. Yes, no? Soren just dead here anyway. He's at 3. Even if we leave up 3 blockers and they take this, he's dead. So I guess we just swing out. We'll trade. Trade zombies and tokens if they want to. They still take 4. We gain some life. We draw 2 cards. Gain some life. Alright. They're down to 7. They can Kaya the Shieldred. And then we get to pile on it, and then we get to swing at them for 7, and they lose the game. Holy crap! Yeah, we'll block here. Wow! This is history! This is the first time that I have beaten Kaya! We were just tapping our lands, thank you very much. Amazing! Absolutely amazing! Mono Black versus Kaya. I would like to be on the record as saying, suck it! God, this is just such a hard card to beat, man. So difficult. And we had to apply so much pressure. Lily was the hero. Being able to just discard most of their hand and get rid of their options, that's what won us the game. That's what did it. And then we were able to, of course, have a really good curve, draw an extra card, and keep that going. It was, that was just meant to be. Sweet. All right, let's celebrate. So I need shocks, and I need fetches, and I just need rare wild cards in general. So what we're going to do is we're going to open some Allegiance. Man, we're just going to hope for some shocks, because I have 3 fetches. I don't have any shocks. Alright, got some uncommon wild cards, or no, we just got a common wild card. Okay, Shockland, Shockland, Shockland. No. 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 Okay. That's interesting. Cinder Mines, Rampager of Clans, yeah. Okay, well, we didn't get it, but we're only one more pack away from another wild card. That's really the whole point, is I'm going to open the packs that contain things that I need. That way, if I get them, I can save an extra wild card. But really, it's the wild cards that we're after. That way, we can just craft what we need. But if I pull another shock or I pull another fetch while I'm trying to get more wild cards, bonus. So, cool. Thanks for watching. I realize this was a pretty long video, but I just wanted to play without streaming. I just wanted to get on and record. So if you're here, I really appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.